Hello everyone, welcome to today's class. So this will be our final video on decimal numbers. Will be our last video on decimal numbers. So we'll be taking ordering of decimal numbers. Ordering decimals involves arranging them in ascending or descending order. Excuse me. Arranging them in ascending or descending order. That is what ordering of decimal numbers mean. So let's look at the steps in which we are to order decimal numbers. So we'll take that using examples. Arrange in ascending order. You have to arrange this in an ascending order. So please, you have to follow this carefully. This is one topic that do give confusion. But let's look at how to do this. So looking at the numbers we have 12.071. We have 120.71. We have 12.107. We have 12.17. We have 121.07. Okay, so what we do, it's easy, but you need to understand the principles. Now, the first thing you have to do is you go to the whole number part. Go to the whole number part. Compare the digits in the whole number part. What I mean, come here. This is what? This is 12. This is 120. This is 12. This is 12. And this is 121. Now, the whole number part is enough for you to determine which one is bigger and which one is smaller. The whole number part is enough. Now, you only need to go to the fractional part when the whole number when the whole number part becomes the same for the numbers you are comparing. So, like this one now that has 12 and this one has 120. No matter what happens in the fractional part, no matter what happens in the fractional part, this one carrying 12, the one carrying 12 is smaller than the one carrying 120, no matter what happens in the fractional part. So the whole number part is enough for you to determine which decimal number is smaller and which one is bigger. I believe you understand what I just said. So you don't need, sometimes you may not need to enter the fractional part, but you only need to go to the fractional part when you have a case where the whole number part becomes the same. For example, this one we are having 12 and this one is carrying 12 and this one is carrying 12. This is a case you cannot determine which one is smaller or which one is bigger. So that's where you have to go to the fractional part. But this one now, for example, this one carrying 120 in the whole number part, and this one carrying 121 in the whole number part. You know. So 120 is bigger than 121. So you can determine. You don't even need to know what happens in the fractional part in that case. But it's a case where we have something like this 12.071, then this one 12.107, this one 12.17. This is a case where you have to enter the fractional part. So we know that 120.71 and 121.07 will be at the last part. We are arranging in ascending. Ascending order means from the smallest to the biggest. So what we have to do now, we have to check. Let's compare the fractional part for this one, this one, and this one. Remember, you only compare the fractional part if the whole number parts are the same. If the whole number parts are the same. So when the whole number parts are not the same, there is no need. Just arrange it based on the whole numbers. So let's see. Now, there's also a rule for the fractional part. What is the rule? When you go to the fractional part, in the fractional part, you don't count how many digits are there in the fractional part. You don't count how many digits are there in the fractional part. I will tell you why. The reason is because you can add zeros to the fractional part to make it as many digits as you want it to be. So for example, if I have something like, I will clean this, if I have something like 12.17 and I have another number as 12.107. So if you say that this fractional part is 107 and then this one is 17, that this is bigger than this, that is wrong. Because this one that is 17, if I add 0 to it, it's still the same number, I have not changed it. So I've made this one now 3 digits and I've made this one 3 digits. So what's the best thing you do? The best thing you do is when you are in the fractional part, you compare it digit by digit. Don't count how many digits are there. Just take it digit by digit. Because you can add zeros, as many zeros as you want to add, you can add it to the fractional part. So let's see, if I'm comparing this, I come to the fractional part, I check the 10th place. This is 1 and this is 1. You cannot still decide. And then you come down here, this is 0 and this is what? 7. You've gotten what you're looking for. So this one, 12.107 is smaller than 12.17 because this is 0 and this is 7. Okay, so let's come down here. We're to compare the fractional part of these three numbers. So let's see. Like I said, fractional part, compare it digit by digit, digit by digit. So this is what? This is 0. This is what? This is 1. And then this is what? This is 1. So we know that 0 is the smallest. So we have what? We have, this implies 12.071 will come first. So this was 1 and 1 here, so we can't decide. So we go to the next digit. This is 0 and this is 7. So 0 comes next. That will give us 12.107. And then the next one will be 12.17. Before we now take the ones that had 3 digits in the whole number part, 120.71, and then what? Then the last one will be 121.07. Please, this topic is the kind of topic that you need to practice more. I will, at the end of today's video, you will have so many exercises, both in ascending and descending order. But before that, let's take one example under descending order. Okay, so we have here arrange in descending order. This one of the numbers is a whole number only. So we have 1, and then we have 0.928, we have 0.65, and then we have 0.11111. Okay. Now you must take note. I believe I've mentioned this before that a whole number can be written as a decimal. All you just need to do is put point at the end and add 0. So 2 is the same thing as 2.0. 15 is the same thing as 15.0. So please take note. So the one we are seeing there is the same thing as 1.0. So that is it. So take note of that, please. Okay. So let's see, what do we have? Let's arrange, or before that, let's compare the whole number part. The whole number here is, of course, you can just decide to make this to also look like a decimal and say 1.0. So the whole number part here is 1, this is 0, this is 0, and this is 0. Of course, we are in descending. Please take note. We are in descending order. Descending. So the biggest will come first. So of course, 1 is the biggest. That's what we have there. 1. And now, these ones all carry 0, 0, 0 in the whole number part. So what do we do there? We go to the fractional part. And remember, in the fractional part, you don't count how many digits are there. Just compare it digit by digit based on their place values. So this is, we'll start with the 10th place value. This is 9, this is 6, and this is 1. Now, these digits are not the same, so it is easy. They all come in that order. So this will give us 9 comes first. That will give us 0.928. The next one is 6 comes next. Remember, in descending, 0.6 5, and then 0.111. The same, this number was arranged already in descending order. So that is what we do when we are arranging in descending order. Please, I hope you understood I hope you understand what we are talking about. So let me just take a recap. First of all, compare the whole number part. Compare the whole number. The whole number part is enough for you to decide which one is bigger, which one is smaller. So you only need to enter the fractional part when the whole number part is the same. When they have the same whole number, like this one is carrying 000, that's when you enter the fractional part. But if the whole number parts are different, you compare, use the whole number part to decide. But if they are not the same, you enter the fractional part. And what happens in the fractional part? In the fractional part, you don't count how many digits are there in the fractional part. You just go ahead, take it digit by digit based on their place values. All right, thank you for I strongly believe that you understand what I'm talking about here. Okay, let's see. Activity. You have to arrange these ones in ascending order. Find questions. Please do well. Do very well to go through these questions carefully. And then the next one is you have to arrange these ones in descending, descending order. Please let me correct this descending order. So take note of that, please. Okay, so descending, these ones are 6 questions. So do well to go through them. Thank you for watching this video. That brings us to the end of decimal numbers. And we'll move to the next topic. But thank you. I believe this video was very helpful. Please, these are topics that you see at this level, at the grade level mathematics. Thank you. I believe the video was very helpful and useful. Please do well to like, to subscribe, and to share to others. Thank you. See you in our next video.